say you wanted to plant some potatoes, but all the ones that you see at like the grocery store are like too boring looking for you to grow. Well, in this video we're going to grow some blue potatoes, and basically this is what they look like. The stems are basically just blue. So pretty much with these purple looking potatoes, we're going to basically just like cut the little eyes off, and I'll show you what the little potato eyes look like so you guys know, because probably most of you are like saying, Aiden, what are potato eyes? Never heard of those before. But those are basically like the potatoes are like basically ready to like grow again, like after sitting like in the pantry forever. They'll eventually like have these tiny little eyes, but if you let those grow, they will continue getting bigger and then eventually wanting to actually produce and grow the potatoes. But the eyes basically just grow like off the potato somewhere. I don't exactly know which section of the potato. It could be like anywhere, but it could have like 3-4 little eyes. The eyes are just like the stems of the potato. But like you only have to cut the potatoes like in half basically if they were like double the size. Like as an example, like this sweet potato, I would like cut it right in half since it's like so big, and this will probably definitely like throw off so many like offshoots. The eyes, as you can see, it's already starting to, but like the best results for like faster is basically just put them in the sunny area or by the window, and then they will basically just grow little potato offshoots like what you see on the screen. But let's not talk about this big giant sweet potato that we grew last season. So in order to grow this crazy looking alien potato, you want to wait until after your frost just to be safe in order for the potato actually to make it, because obviously potatoes don't like cold weather. And then exactly how you grow these is basically you dig a little trench in the garden bed and then bury it like up to these roots where the future stems of these potatoes are going to be. And then you might want to like cut this one off if you're just planting it this way up instead of down, because right here will all be like where the roots will be. But basically you want to plant these about 3 to 4 inches apart from each potato. So probably like right about here or so would want to place this, and then cover it, not completely in the hole, just enough, just barely to cover it. And then after like maybe 2-3 weeks later, once it pops up, like maybe a couple of inches leaves come up, then you want to take a shovel and basically, but you only have to bury your like the potato leaves to like encourage more potatoes. So that's why you have to like sometimes, if you want more potatoes, bury it each time it grows every few weeks, so it's like a big, like a lot of potatoes basically. So now we got all that basic stuff covered about the care of the potato. Let's go over to our garden and plant them. All right, so we made it to the little garden bed where we're gonna plant these. So you want to plant these about a couple inches. So we basically got the garden bed filled up with at least half a bag of compost from the compost bin that we have in this garden. And if you don't have compost, I think you can just buy it offline and it'll be dropped off at your house somewhere. But I don't know exactly how you do that. So I just make my own compost.
I'm going to drop this potato into this hole right here and
half cover.
And just half cover it.
So drop it in.
I'm going to drop it in.
Get some dirt.
Get some dirt.
And just cover it. Just halfway cover it. Just like that. And now we're going to do that for the rest of these 4 holes.
So I'm going to take this tinge out.
And why is that?
Because to take this out because it's grown from the bottom.
Alright.
What?
Go.
And
This grows from the top.
It's supposed to grow from the top.
Not from the
Not from the sides.
Where the roots are.
Or the
Roots are.
where the roots are.
Yeah, you take that off. And then we're going to take this side shoot off. And then just leave this crazy looking guy. And then we want to plant it straight up. And exactly what we did with the last ones. We're just gonna bury this.
And cover it halfway. And then in May, we fully cover it. So we're going to, if it accidentally breaks off, we can always just soak it in water and put it in the ground.
And then now grow another plant.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks later, and our blue potatoes are already coming up, as you can see. And you can also see the blue/purple stems, which is actually a pretty color on these potatoes compared to the ones that we grew last year. That basically look like these ones. These ones are our yellow potatoes, the basic one. But these potatoes will probably grow for the next 2-3 months, or whenever they die off, which is when they start to die off, they will like slightly turn yellow and then eventually just fall over, just like garlic will. And then that's like a sign to harvest. Or the other sign that they're ready to be harvested is if they throw out flowers, which will turn into berries, which sometimes you hear potato berries, which is not edible for humans to eat or pets, and is poisonous to eat. So just pick those out, and basically that's like a sign that they're done growing, and then you want to harvest them like a week after that. Well, it's been 1 month since we did the last update. I couldn't tell if I want to do a harvest with this video or not, so just comment below if you guys want harvest. But as you can see, our potatoes are getting a little bigger each day, and our garden looks really wonderful as always. Are starting to see just a little bit of yellow leaf, and that's just normal. It's just the oldest leaf. You can always just pick that out, no worries. But as you can see, they're still trying to grow everything. So probably in the next 2 months, I would imagine these will be done, probably by the end of July or probably something like that. It's my guess. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one, and keep on growing.